Nash.
Oh, Hercules.
DJ Killer Kev.
Boss.
And Dizzle.
Let me tell you, boys, you can't make that shit up.
The Inside. Real deal, straight up.
Are you crazy?
Hottest stories from the world of hip-hop.
This is Ludacris.
It's the big boss, Rick Ross.
What up, it's your boy Young Jeezy.
This is 50 Cent.
Sports.
Some of those dunks were the most incredible dunks I've ever seen.
And what's popping in the DYT.
I couldn't make this shit up. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I'm sad that I lack the talent to make this shit up.
Here's Kev Nash, DJ Killer Kev, and Dizzle.
You Can't Make This Up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Dizzle.
Episode
488.
Yeah, small clerical error last week.
Yeah.
This is officially 488, so we are officially 12 episodes away from 500. Plans are underway, right?
Yes, they must be, because the wife officially said, "What are we doing?" So.
Here we go. Here we go. They always on our case, ain't they?
Yes.
Big shouts out to YouTube. Big shouts out to Facebook. Sorry, Instagram. No love today. Little technical difficulties. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Shoot, we got a lot to talk about, man. Let's jump into these topics, man, on this good Sunday morning. Fellas, how was the week?
Shit was cool, man. I think I talked about it last pod, how I got my laptop wet and had back-to-back gigs coming up, so I was a little anxious. Had to cop a refurbished laptop for half the price. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to spend full price on that mug, and it's been working for me. So far, so good. Big shout outs to Apple products, man. They make it very easy to transfer all your data over. Like, I hit one button and literally all the music, all the files that I had on my old laptop transfer over to my new one without having to do anything, having to transfer it to the cloud. So that was pretty seamless. I had a wedding. One of my homeboys grew up with, got married, so I ended up DJing his wedding with the new laptop. Everything worked out well. Got another gig this coming Friday, so a little less anxious now that I got my shit together.
Yeah.
Also, graduation season. Went to my niece's graduation. So shout outs to all the graduates. Let me get a round of applause going for them.
Yeah.
And it's about that time, man. It's about that time. This is the official bird call for Brewing.
The blunts are wet.
We're gonna get it popping tomorrow.
Ooh,
wow.
If y'all are available. It is not supposed to rain.
I gotta find my water shoes. No water shoes, no killer. I gotta find them.
Be on the river at 10 a.m. We hitting up the spot, so
it's gonna be cold, ain't it?
Yeah, like what's the temperature, my G?
The water gotta be at least 50 degrees. Water gotta be ice.
Let me see.
I think I'm gonna need a summer day. I'm gonna need a summer day.
Okay, yeah, because it's gonna be 60 degrees. We're trying to make it happen, man. We eager to get out there. We typically get out there. What's it, Memorial Day? We always confuse Memorial and Labor Day, but yeah, man, we usually get out there Memorial Day weekend, bringing the grill, getting it popping.
Respect. Good shit, man.
Yeah,
Killer was popping.
Well, y'all know how I rushed off the pod last week to get to my oldest daughter's high school graduation. So again, shouts to the class of 2026. We had a great time at graduation. Everybody kind of came through and had a great time. Everybody came over to the house. We did hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, played some spades, played some dominoes. Camille actually stayed. She didn't go see her friends until everybody left. And then once everybody left, she was like, I'm a holla. So she had a good time. I had a good weekend. All that happened. And then your boy had to get into school, man. I'm back into school at Sinclair doing business administration through the VA. Went in there with a little anxiety, but all my classes that I have in person are pretty dope. Super dope teachers. I love my a philosophy teacher. She's pretty funny. She got a potty mouth, so she can say a lot of cuss words. So that just helps you stay alert, stay alive, type of thing in class. And then the one thing about my business class that I had that I like is the guy walked in. He said, "I'm in the Army and I play a lot of golf." I said, "Oh, Killer gonna get a B in this class for sure. I just gotta show up." So I wore my master shirt day 2 just to start the yapping. And then public speaking is pretty cool too. So all in all, I got 3 there and 1 online. Doing well on top of all my shit. So week 1 complete. Feeling good about it. No school tomorrow. Gonna take advantage of the early break. And then I'm gonna stay ahead of some work and work ahead. So other than that, with school, only thing going on, Camille, after graduation, she got sponsored by the Northmont community. Does a thing on Facebook where they were throwing high school grads up, and people were sponsoring them. And a parent threw up my kid's picture, and then they sponsored us. Hit me up and said what she liked. I threw out some things, and they put together a really dope gift basket. Knocked on the door Tuesday morning before everybody got rolling, and Camille got a note. Some Starbucks, some Cold Stone, some, candy, things that she likes, socks, all that kind of stuff. So it was just a dope little way for the community to come out, to support each other. So I thought that was really dope. We had that going on this week. And then other than that, man, it's been kind of big chill. Just not having I've been going to school. Kids wrapped up school this week. So it felt like Thursday was like my first day where I could just go to school. I could stay there, get some work done. I had to rush, and I had to be nowhere. I had to grab nobody. So finally in summer break, man. So I'm excited to get some time. We played some Yahtzee this week as a family, so we was actually already getting to it. So
I got school questions, man, because it's been a minute since I've been. I know it's probably been a minute since you've been.
Facts.
I know. I Rate My Professor has saved me, during my collegiate career. Is Rate My Professor still a thing? Like, did you get to choose your class? Like, did you really get to select what was going on in your schedule, or you just
I just went
got
for
what was
it.
available?
I didn't even look it up, because this is my thought. To be honest with everyone that watches our pod, this is Killer's 3rd attempt at Sinclair. Now, my first 2 attempts was not necessarily my fault. It was just where I was in life. I had young children. I couldn't pass up a government job making $16 an hour in 2005 when I had, just a girlfriend at the time, but I was still on my own and becoming me. So I had to drop out of class the first go around finals week because they wouldn't work with me when I got my new job. So that was why I left round 1. Round 2, it was doing cybersecurity, and I kind of let my PTSD and anxiety that I had with the military, I kind of let those things win in the sense of like distractions and not utilizing the services that I fought for. So I went down the path of got too deep and said, fuck it. And then this go around, I'm older. I feel better about it. So I didn't even care who I got because I felt like with Sinclair, they do a good job with getting people that are in the community. They do the jobs, and they're going to keep it 100 with you, and they don't have nothing. Like, all my teachers seem like people that just genuinely want to see some motherfuckers do what they did. And most of them started that Sinclair path. So,
yeah, I made sure I got the easiest professors possible.
So I'm so old that I wouldn't even know to go look at Rate My Professor. Like, I wouldn't even think to, like, care. But now that you say that, I'm going to spend a little second just to see, because people might have something bad to say, because my business teacher did say he gets bad reviews because he talks about Army, golf, his life, his kind of more than the topic sometimes. He get on his little run. Don't bother me. No, I'm just in there watching the clock half the time anyway, because I'm in my mind, I'm working ahead each week. I'm about to do all my week 2 shit between today and tomorrow. So when I go in there Tuesday, I'm just reviewing week 2 with them. So that's kind of how I'm about to do each week. So.
And you old school, taking notes, pen and paper.
So
laptop.
Hey, I show up day 1 with it's right here. I show up day 1 with the book. I went to the Sinclair. I got the little money from the VA, so I went and bought everything Sinclair. I show up, got my book out. I got my pencil out, my pen, whatever I need. First thing out of his mouth, ain't gonna probably be no notes in here. This is public speaking. You can bring your laptop. You don't have to write your speeches. I'm like, put that away. Let me pull out the Apple. So brought the laptop too. But I was prepared for notes. I've been taking good notes in my philosophy class. She does a good job with just spitting out shit that you want to write down. But most of my classes, really, for the most part, is just like the business class, man. Like, I'm not even hip to like this Kahoot. You hip to Kahoot? You might be young enough to know what that is.
Hella cahoots at my job.
The hell is that?
It's like a gaming way to pass information. So like they'll tell you to log on to it and put a gaming code in, and everybody has these little characters. But we do our quizzes that way. So and then you have to pick a shape, whether it be a triangle, or a circle, whatever the shape be. But it has your answers are in those shapes, and it keeps like a leaderboard, shows who's
a
doing
virtual
what.
quiz.
Yeah. But that's how a lot of our like information is passed there. And like I was just like I'm ready to write down shit and talk about it and having to keep up. And it's more so like, man, just go on here and get this work done, get that check mark, and just come to class. Like,
oh man, back in my day,
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Nigga, that's how I
and
say
on top of all that, this is the first time that Sinclair has transitioned to using Canvas. They decided to use Canvas and did not train the instructors on how to use Canvas. So us as students and instructors are all learning Canvas in the summer to be ready for the fall. And that was their thought process. So we're all kind of like figuring out, like my daughter, I ask her stuff about Kahoot and Canvas, and she like, it's all I know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just crazy how the way of learning has changed. Like I'm showing up ready for that long ass hour-and-a-half lecture, and so far it ain't been that. So far it's been pretty cool, actually. Pretty easy.
Man. We didn't have Rate Professor when we was in school. We just had word of mouth. Shouts out to all my Wright State folks. They know this name, Dr. Durr. I can't remember exactly what she taught, but it was like, yeah, don't get Dr. Durr. Whatever you do, don't get Dr. Durr. So like that was always like the rumors around campus, like, yeah, you don't want to mess with her. You don't want to do that. Especially if you black. She gonna be extra hard on you. She believe in that black power unity stuff. Don't do that. She gonna be harder on you. So cats was like, avoid that shit like the plague. Their professors, they be like, yeah, don't mess with so and so. They talk too much. Go mess with this person. All you gotta do is make sure you show up for class. You're gonna get a C regardless. If you even try, you'll get a B. So yeah, that was just basically what we had. It wasn't no apps breaking teachers or anything like that.
Yeah.
I stayed on the mud.
It's been cool for week one. Like my anxiety levels are down. I feel like I was almost over prepared, which is better than being underprepared. So I walked in there with a sense of confidence that I was like, I wasn't gonna bullshit this time. Like I'm gonna read the chapter and I don't want to. I'm gonna do the little smart book work and I'm gonna do the little lessons online. Like all that shit I'd never done in my 20s or 30s. Like now I care enough to be like, let's fucking get this shit done. So.
Lock in, brother. Lock in. You got this, man.
Sure.
As for me, man, outside season has started. We out here. We active. We got a list of things that we are doing this summer, and it all really kicked off this weekend. Shouts out to Dayton's own Mark Gregory. He had 2 big shows up there at the Dayton Funny Bone on Friday, another one on Saturday. We went up there on Friday. Him and his opener, Dusty Lewis, they tore it down. I was going to say tore that bitch down, but you know how Mark Gregory card get down.
Right.
They don't like cuss words. But no, they definitely tore it down, man. It was a good show up there on Friday. Quick little funny, man. We went over to Fleming's to have dinner before the show or whatever. And there was this guy like sitting like literally right next to us, basically telling a group of people he never met a day in his life story. Like he started talking about, you know, when I was 3 years old, blah, 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 and just giving his life story. He got all the way up to telling about his mom, his wife, who was now his ex-wife. He got remarried, his kid, all this type of stuff. Son was a rapper, all this type of stuff. So we walk in the Funny Bone, we get seated. Why is this dude sitting right next to us, bro? I was like, the world is this big, bro. The world is really this big, man. It is so crazy. But shouts out to Mark. He definitely killed it at the Funny Bone. And then last night, I was messing with the young bulls, man. Went down to the Natty to check out Baby King, and he tore that. He tore it down. Yeah, he tore it down. It was kind of like one of those situations. Like, I like the album.
Right.
I'm really not really super hip to Baby Keem all like that, but this newest album, Casino, I'll definitely listen to that more than probably any other album to come out in 2026. And I was like, And then timeline started getting flooded with all his other tour dates and how rowdy the crowd's getting or whatever. So I was like, all right, fuck it, we'll go. We'll just be in the back. So, we went and got our merch, got there. You know what I'm saying? Got a little vittles on the side, drinking our drinks to the side or whatever, enjoying the show. Show's going on, they going out. I'm like, all right, man, yeah, okay. This worker at Andrew J. Brady comes up to the wife and I was like, hey, would you guys like to sit down and watch the show? I was like, yes, we would, because it's general admission, it's standing room only.
Yeah.
So they took us to the side of the stage and it was seats over there. And she was like, yeah, the other side is full of adults that brought their kids. They're just over there scrolling on their phone, waiting for the show to be over. But this side over here, you guys are more welcome to sit down. So obviously it was like, thank you. I was sick of standing. But then like, damn, did we look that out of place? I'm like, yo, hold on now. I know I can dress. I don't look my age. I know my wife don't look her age. Like, did we look that out of pocket to be in there? But all in all, man,
y'all wasn't in there.
Yeah, no, it's just like
right,
bobbing the head, like, yeah, I know this song. Oh, I don't know that song. Oh, I know this one. Yeah, I like this song. Oh, I don't know this one. This one. Yeah. So he turned it up, man. So shouts out to Baby King. Definitely recommend going to check it out. If he's in a city near you.
Yeah, dope stuff, man.
For sure. Actually, I'll send y'all a video here after the pod. But shoot, man, let's jump into these topics. Killer was popping in the world of sports. All bad things for the team that I root for in basketball.
Man, we always start with hoop talk, and man, let's get this out the way early. We left here with Game 7 energy last week. We was big hype. I was telling Dizzle, Detroit's going down. Dizzle was like, Detroit, man. Next thing you know, Cleveland got it done. But we both knew showing up to this battle was going to be a fight. Kev predicted game 1, Cleveland should have a chance to win, but from here on out it should be trouble. And for most of the game 1, I'm riding with my guy. I damn near made a bet. I damn near went to the app. It was like, shit, we up 22. I can go ahead and mark this money line minus whatever it is and combine it with some other shit tomorrow. But I didn't, and we lost. And then my boy said, don't talk about it the next day on all social media accounts. So I didn't talk about it all day Tuesday, all day Monday. But we got to talk about it now because now our boys not only lost a 20-point lead in game 1, but our boys are down 3-0 against the Knicks. And the Knicks is looking like they going to be representing the East. Fellas, what's your thoughts?
Get the brooms out, bro. It's over. The series was over when they blew a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go. The series ended that night. Matter of fact, the series was over when Sam Merrill's 3-point attempt at the buzzer rattled in and out. Once that shot
and way in and way out. Like
once it rattled out, I was like, they're losing in overtime. The series is officially over. Mm-hmm. Like, I watched game 2 just to be like, all right, maybe. And I was keeping up to date with game 3 when I was at the concert, but like I knew it was over. You lose a lead like that, your mentals are shot. Like people think about basketball and like, oh man, it's such a simple game. Like, no, man, confidence is one thing. Like they're shell shocked. It's as simple as that. And I know a lot of people out there blaming James Harden. A lot of people are blaming Kenny Atkinson. But I tell people this all the time, man. It's on the team. It's on all the players. It's not the responsibility of James Harden to simply just guard anybody one-on-one. He's not going to do that. He is not Dylan Brooks. He is not, an elite defender. And he's not paid to be an elite defender. It's team defense. You have to play as a team defense. And people want the coach fired. Like, well, you should have made an adjustment. You should have benched him. Like, look, man, at the end of the day, every time a team loses, you want somebody fired. I vividly remember when Mike Brown was the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Whenever they would lose a game or lose a playoff series, Fire Mike Brown. Well, guess what? Mike Brown is now the coach of the Knicks. It's not the coach, man. It's the players. The players have to do their part, man. I'm a players over coach dude, man. I don't think a coach has to tell you, hey, man, you might want to rotate over. You might want to do this. You might want to do. Those are simple things in basketball you learn in middle school. It's on the players for me. For me, it's on the players, man. Donovan Mitchell gave you a goose egg in the fourth quarter. James Harden catching literally all the smoke. My guy Spider did nothing in the fourth quarter of that game one. I mean, it's on the players, man. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of blame pie to go around, man, because the coach didn't what they was on an 18-0 run, no timeout, like no real adjustments, and you watching in real time James Harden getting cooked on every possession. So I do give the players the blame for that because you got I don't even know
How much then? You said blame pie. Break it down, bro.
75 to the players. 75 to the players. For sure, because man, because the coach got to get in them when they doing some shit like that. They not going over the screens. They literally letting them just screen and get the switch that they want every time. Like half of those screens, they were just kind of walking up there and then they switched.
Yeah,
players wasn't even trying to stay on them.
I agree. Like it did get to a point where they were just like, man, just get this over with. Burn clock, chew clock, so to speak. And you can't do that in basketball when the dude is on the heater, like Brunson got on, and he was looking at James Harden like food.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell wasn't stepping up. I feel like he was like kind of fading into the background, letting James Harden dribble out the shot clock and do step back threes. Like a lot of that is the players, but the coach also can call a timeout and draw up a play, stop the bleeding. I feel like James Harden has been a part of too many of these scenarios where it's like, all right, we just need a bucket to stop the bleeding, and it don't happen.
Yeah. One thing though that I do put a little bit more blame on the players are these is grown men playing at the level. So you had to work hard and do all the right things in basketball to get here and not do the right things in basketball. Like that don't make no sense to me. Like you gotta figure it out. Y'all gotta be grown men about it and get to it. So the players got to do something because it looks like at points of the game, people don't even get in the paint. Like people are too tired, and everybody try to take a play off and let one dude cook because the pace of the game has gotten so fast that you could be in elite shape and you're gonna get winded. Like you're gonna get tired. So it's just a lot that has to change with the NBA. But we are here. The Cavs is down 3-0. They ain't look no better in game 2, game 3. They haven't had a chance to really win one, so not looking good for our boys. Moving on.
All bad.
Oh, go ahead.
I will say this. Another part of it for me is, going to 7 games versus the Raptors, then going to 7 games versus the Pistons. This is all problems that the Cleveland Cavaliers have put on themselves. They had a chance to end the series versus Detroit in 6 games. At home, lost that game, so now you have to play a 7th game. So now you're down even more, less rest. Granted, about a week ago at this time, like we was all hype and happy for the Cavs and everything like that. They slayed the Dragon. They got a convincing win on the road in a game 7, something that you rarely ever see. And it's just so funny. Like I was talking about, I was like, hey man, season is a success because they made it to the Eastern Conference Final. I was like, just give me 1 or 2 games and I'm good. But then the actual game plays out and you see like, oh man, like yo, like the way that they're playing inside out. You see Evan Mobley, you see him, Jarrett Allen dominate. You seeing Spider get to the rim and drop it off for easy buckets for them, and like you're seeing basically 3.5 quarters of great basketball, and then in a blink of an eye, it just switches. And the Knicks take control, and the Knicks win the game. And now it is burn the house down. It is, hey, man, get rid of trade Spider. He ain't worth it. Definitely don't re-sign James Harden. Oh, man, we should have given up Evan Mobley to get Giannis. This is a disaster, yada, yada. Fire the coach. It is just so crazy how the pendulum swings because you lose a game that you definitely had in the bag. And, I ain't going to be crying for these brothers or nothing like that. But, damn, it's just so crazy how things work in sports, man. You could be at the highest of highs after game 7, and then game 1, by the end of overtime, you at the lowest of lows, and your season is basically over. They're not winning on Monday because basically, let's say they miraculously do win a game on Monday. Now you're gonna go ahead and get blown out in Game 5 in New York. Mentally, they're checked out. Mentally, they're cooked. It is what it is.
Yeah. So also we got OKC and the Spurs. 2-1 OKC lead. Game 1, Spurs had Shea and the boys figured out. Defensive plan was nice, but the MVP has since figured it out, and a lot of people saying it's the kind of basketball that we don't want to see. They're not a fan of the give me the where you at behind me so I can fall into this shot. Where you at? Let me get out, draw these fouls. It's a style, I will say that. I'll give a little history. We have seen this before, starting back to even like the bad boy teams. Bad boy teams, they were, instead of back in those days, rather than winning through free throws and solid offense, they were known for being brutal, bruising, dirty kind of basketball players. And people didn't like the way they played, but they was always up there in contention. We saw this with the 90s Knicks. The 90s Knicks, they were a gritty, rough team, physical, played under Pat Riley, and they kind of transformed how the low-scoring, physical kind of basketball is played. Even the Spurs, everybody called them the YMCA team. They didn't like how that fundamental basketball was getting them to these heights. So is this just the 2026 version of something we don't like because this flopping shit, they said they're going to clean it up. It ain't looking too clean to me. What's y'all thoughts on OKC 2-1 and how they got there?
This is the definition of unethical basketball, man. This is hoops. Rigging the system. This is hoops where you're looking for the refs to bail you out, where you're not playing to score, you're playing to manipulate the rules. Honestly, I think this is evolution of the James Harden. When James Harden was averaging 30 something a game,
he was on my list. That Rockets era.
Yeah, he was figuring out ways to get to the free throw line the whole game. So when you reward that, they really abusing it. You looking at the game, and when the production team is putting together highlight reels of all the extra flopping, all the extra pump fake, and then leaning into it. Like at one point in time, we was calling that an offensive foul. Maybe for like a good month, that was an offensive foul. We need to get back to that. But it's bad, man. It's bad for the game because it's going to become a copycat league. You're going to start getting the weaker teams doing this to this level, and it's just going to be throughout the entire league. And it's bad because OKC don't need to do this to win. They already talented.
So that's my question. That's my Are they so good that they're good enough to be able to also understand this style of basketball, and people just don't want to see it? Because it's a skill set to still drop 30, still be the MVP of the league, and still be kind of hated for your ways of getting there. Like that dude at the playground that's always calling N1. Like,
there's highlight reel of SGA just shooting and falling. Yeah. Nobody's undercutting them. Nobody's touching them. And they did the stats. I don't even got the numbers, but he leads the playoffs in shots where he ain't touched and just hits the ground looking for a call. And that shit is unbearable to watch. I don't like it, and I hate it even more. Chet was once on my hate list, and then he got removed for maybe a year. He back on the list, man. Chet is back on the
y'all grabbing his face, and I'm getting hit in the face.
Throw OKC on that whole list, bro. Get these niggas up out of here.
I will say it like this. I don't think they're good enough to win a straight up game. I think they have to do this, especially with J-Dub not playing. I think they have to play like this in order for them to make it past the Spurs, to make it to the finals. I don't think they're good enough to do it without this. I mean, we saw what Wemby was capable of in Game 1. It was a monster performance, probably one of the greatest performances we've ever seen in basketball, hands down. So I think they have to play like this. And also, I think this is also a learned behavior. Like, once you are basically, like you said, rewarded for this behavior and the way you playing, you're not going to stop. You're just gonna keep on doing it because you're expecting it, and it's definitely seems like regular season type calls. Seems like regular season. Like I thought this was the playoffs. I thought the referees were supposed to swallow the whistle in the playoffs and like allow more physical play and things of that nature. That definitely hasn't seemed like the case here. It seems like, oh man, pump fake, tweet, pump fake, tweet. Like,
they holding their whistle when they grabbing on Wemby, stepping on his ankle. Like they got their whistle held on that side.
Yeah, because I mean the T-Wolves Spurs series, like they was going at it, they was battling. It wasn't a lot of ticky-tack stuff out there. I think it is. I do agree the best player in the league gets fouled more because they're just that much better than you. I mean, you look at how many free throw attempts Jordan used to get back in the day because he was, hey man, I'm better than you. I'm getting around you. There's no other way to stop me besides fouling me. Obviously, Shaq, obviously Kobe, like all those dudes just are shooting free throws at a high clip. But like this, I do believe what you're saying, man. Like, dude, you're not getting fouled. You're not getting touched. And we talk about the athletes getting bigger, stronger, and faster. Maybe we need to get younger referees out there that can see a little bit better to see, like, hey man, he didn't touch you, or hey man, we instant replaying everything. We got a bazillion camera angles. Maybe there's somebody on the spot that is looking at, like, nah, it's a flop, no foul, other team ball. Like these dudes need to get punished for flopping again.
It has to get cleaned up.
I'm anticipating that there will be a big change in the way it's officiated in tonight's game, just because the NBA needs to get a hold of it. It's been a lot of bad press on this series when it's supposed to be one of the best. It's supposed to be one of the best series.
Oh yeah, we outside with it. We outside with
it. The green, the blue, the rainbow. Yeah, that's definitely
mechanical pencil. Mechanical pencil. You know, we out here.
Game 1, we were talking about how amazing of a series this is going to be. Game 2 and 3, the whole conversation has shifted to they kill it, they fouling Wemby crazy, they not calling it, and then OKC's flopping. That's been the conversation the last 2 games.
Yeah,
I think it's going to change for another reason. I think they need more games. Like you about to see the Eastern Conference get swept on about the playoffs. You need something to go at least 6 games. You got to have somebody locked in to be watching these games, man. They got content to fill on ESPN and ABC and NBC. So, yeah, hey, man, need at least 6, bro, because the Cavs ain't giving you nothing. So, whistle go the other way for Spurs. So, we going to get 6 out of this. Yeah, ain't going to be 5 in a sweep.
Sound like we all on the Spurs tonight. Okay. So, let's move on. Some NFL talk, man. Former NFL quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, man. This is good for Florida football in general. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis signed the Teddy Bridgewater Act into law on Friday, per the Associated Press, meaning that high school coaches in the state will now be able to use their own money, to help their players with expenses such as food, transportation, physical therapy, and rehab. So Teddy got in some hot water, man. Was leading his former high school.
Mm-hmm.
They were state champs. They were like playing state champ football, and got on some hot water because he was providing them Uber rides to and from, maybe providing them a little lunch money, a little whatever they needed to get through the week. He was helping out with, and it led to this. So, what's your thoughts on this whole? Should this be a national thing? Should this be where we at with it? With Florida stepping up and doing right.
At face value, I like it. But we know how, what I'm saying, when adults get, how adults get when they get their hands on things, they always mess it up. People always have the best intentions for kids, and it's probably the one and only thing that Ron DeSantis has ever done that I actually think is a good idea. But, adults, we mess it up. Adults always mess things up. So, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is doing good for his community, but where he comes from, the kids actually need it. What about, in situations where, you in a well-to-do type of situation, and now things get out of hand, and like, all right, man, now it morphs into paying to have kids transfer from another school to another school and things like that. So it always starts out good, and people find the loopholes.
Yeah, those high-income, doing well cities, we're gonna have to keep an eye on those Carmel, Indiana type of places that are known for being, top tier on the blocks for wealth and income and schools. We see how they start doing in these here sports. So what else we got in sports? Oh yeah, we got to get to it. Super Hot Fire and Mr. Ray J got into a little
Sheesh.
MMA fight, and Super Hot Fire brutally knocked out Ray J at Aiden's Ross brand risk boxing event. I didn't know who Super Hot Fire. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen his face before, but I kind of maybe
Never seen him a day in my life until
But
this morning.
He's a meme king. He was famous maybe years ago just for being you don't remember the rap battles? It was like the funny rap battles. He would rap battle a nigga that didn't talk. Y'all remember that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I was outside.
Not ringing a bell.
But yeah, man, that was a good right. He waited for Ray J out there, kind of flailing, kind of opened up a little bit, and he waited for that shit. And next thing you know, Ray J had one wish. He was fine. What's y'all thoughts?
I didn't even know that was Ray J. I didn't even know it was Ray J. I didn't know Ray J been eating that well. You know what I'm saying?
He had a
Ray J
beer belly.
Yeah, he eating real good, sirloins. But like I watched the clip about 4 or 5 times until I realized, oh, that is Ray J. And then I was like, who is this Super Hi-Fi dude? Like, what is going on? And I guess they had an event, and Johnny Manziel was there. Lance and Michael Beasley got it in. So it was like a lot of dudes out here fighting.
Yeah,
for whatever
Get into
reason.
the bag. Get into the bag,
guess,
man.
nigga.
Because he
Yeah.
puts on these celebrity events here pretty frequently, man. And Super Hot Fire, I think he's pretty much undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been out in the ring getting it in. When I saw it was him versus Ray J, I knew Ray J was getting clocked because I don't think Ray J's athletic at all. He got health issues going on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was a bad look. But I will be tuned into the next one.
Are times
So-
ever that bad that you got to get punched in the face? Like, it's different for, Pacquiao and Ronda Rousey and Floyd. They actually used to do this. Like, these are everyday people. Like, you couldn't pay me enough money in the world to say, hey, let's go fight
Man.
on camera. Ain't no way.
Say they giving Beasley 100,000 for that 60. He only fought for 60 seconds and tapped out. That's the quickest 100,000 he will ever make.
I guess niggas ain't got no shame, man, because like I mean, especially like Beasley, like you imagine, like, all right, man, he didn't play basketball at the highest level. Like, the competitive spirit is always there. Like, if I'm going to get into a ring with somebody, I'm trying to win, not trying to finesse. Like, all right, hit me once and I fall down, you know, money. Like, I just don't think like that. But like, jump into a ring and say, hit me in the face, kick me,
Right.
choke me for $100. Like, nah, man, I'm Gucci.
Right. See, when I saw this, I'm with you a little bit, kid, because I was like, is that Ray J? Because I've also been hearing about this thing called the enhanced game. Have y'all heard about the enhanced games?
Mm-hmm.
Like people that's gonna be on roids doing all the events that you've ever wanted to see on roids happening. But we got people like Fred Curley who say he running clean, but he one of them yoked motherfuckers too. So but people like that are gonna be doing some track and other events. And it's basically no rules on that side. You can come as you are and show how much you got. I thought it was something on that lane, and then I was like, oh wait, this is more for like entertainment purposes. And he did catch one. So poor Ray J. He's still doing all right in life. I guess he ain't dying because shit, he wouldn't be fighting.
True.
So I guess he doing all right. Killer Bets, man, brought to you by Shy Smoke, Cushion the Morning everywhere. We got some dubs that I want to talk about. We got some NBA I want to talk about. And I always throw a little golf on there if you're feeling frisky. So open your favorite
Talk to me
app.
nice, man. Talk to me
Open
nice,
your
bro.
favorite
I
app.
need some money in my life.
I already consulted the wife on the dub topics. She's my expert in that field. We've been watching the dub heavy as usual. Phoenix and Atlanta play today. We are taking Atlanta money line, and we are also going into the point section of that game.
Uh-oh.
And Alicia Gray will be scoring over 19.5 points. So we got Alicia Gray getting 20 in that game. Moving on to the next game. Liberty coming off a loss, Dallas coming off a loss. I wasn't sure. I'm confident to say that the Liberty aren't going to lose, but I'm not sure that Dallas is going to lose by more than 7. So I'm on the fence on this. If you want to pick Dallas plus 7, I'm okay with it. I think the more smarter bet is picking the Liberty to not lose. The Liberty should not lose 2 in a row. They got a squad. Then we're going to add Washington and Seattle. Point simple. The wife said out her mouth when I read her the list of the games, first thing she says, well, Washington going to beat Seattle. That's for sure. And then we talked about the other 2 games. So I'm rolling with the wife. She's confident that Washington is going to beat Seattle. Those are my 3 dub picks. Move on to NBA. We got the San Antonio and the Thunder tonight. I am picking the Spurs to win by more than 2.5 points. So they got to win by 3. I'm also going into the combo section. If they win, their star must have to get points. He's going to have to rebound. He's going to have to do everything. So we're going to go to the points, rebound, and assist section, and we're going to say over 40. We're going to come down on the chart some. So 40 is minus 193. So between points, rebounds, and assists, he got to get 40.
Okay. So that's combined. Okay.
Correct. Between points, rebound, and assists, he can get 30 points. He can get 10 rebounds, and then no assist or 1 assist, and we good. So got the plus 40 on that. So then we move to the final. If you want to add the golf is tight this week. Scheffler's in the hunt. Some other guys is in the hunt. I think the smarter pick is to pick Wyndham Clark, top 5. Wyndham Clark each day has been moving up. I think he's in tie for second or tie for third right now. I think he has a good enough day to finish top 5. Wyndham Clark, top 5. All that.
So he ain't got to win. Just be in the top 5.
Just be in the top 5.
Okay.
You put $1 on that gets you $14.58. It gives you some fight and wait for tomorrow. That's my bet. I just made it. And then we got to talk about it. Last thing in sports for me, surprising to hear NASCAR legend Kyle Busch died on Thursday after suffering some illness that turned into severe pneumonia that progressed into sepsis, according to a statement from his family. You don't have to be a huge NASCAR person to at least know Kyle Busch, because Kyle Busch will swing on you. Kyle Busch will come holler at you. Kyle Busch will win. He had probably one of the best careers of someone to date that's doing it right now. I've heard people say that was their MJ, in the sport. Like, he was one of the greats in their sport. 41 years old, very young. Was sick, not feeling well. Had just won a race, kind of sick.
Yeah.
Was talking to the people about why you do this. When you're not feeling well. He's like, because you never know when it's going to be your last. And for that to be his last really race was crazy to me. But he was preparing for a race this weekend. Sounded like he was in the simulators getting to it, and kind of got more progressively to the point where they called 911. And what they thought was him just being really sick turned into him passing away. So very, very, very sad story. He got 2 young kids, a boy and a girl, married. So just rest in peace to the legend Kyle Busch. I know enough about Kyle Busch to know that he means a lot to a lot of people. So
I'm not a NASCAR dude, but definitely a name that you recognize. You know what I'm saying? When you got ESPN on in the background, Kyle Busch wins again. Like, you always win. And you just kind of like out of sight, out of mind, but definitely thoughts and prayers for sure.
Yes, sir. But that's it for sports.
Appreciate it, bruv. Dizzle was popping in the world of entertainment, man. What's going down?
Got a few topics here, man. Let's just keep the RIPs going, man. Rob Bass. I think everybody knows him for his hit song, It Takes Two. He also passed away, tender age of 59, private battle with cancer. So yeah, right after his birthday, ended up passing. And man, this is one that my mom was real big with singing It Takes Two as her karaoke song. So I know she gonna be hitting the karaoke scene, doing one for Rob Bass.
For sure. RIP, man. RIP, man. Yes. F cancer, always. F cancer, bro.
Always.
Let's get into the Drake topic, man. Let's talk about the album, because Kev, you was getting roasted in the comment section, man. They didn't like it.
Shouts to Peter Prophet, man. Peter Prophet was on there. I saw him. I saw him say, "Let's talk about this in a couple days."
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So a week has passed since Drake has dropped his 3 albums: Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. I gave it a few spins. I still feel the same way. I think Iceman is a solid 7.5. The other two I'm not even gonna rank because it really ain't. It's not for me, but there's a couple joints on each of those that I rock with, and I do like the Cheetah Print song that you was hating on with
That
Sexy
shit is
Red.
dog shit.
Killer, did you get a chance to check out the 3 albums here?
I'm still checking out Iceman. I've checked out Iceman. The reviews of the other two have got me dragging my feet immensely on checking the other two out, but I do think Iceman is and I've heard worse albums from great artists, so I feel like Iceman is still a. I'll be getting some requests to play some shit in the clubs. I'll be
You sure about that?
Well,
you sure about that?
I thought until I saw a video today. But I would hope that one or two maybe catch on, but we'll see. I'm not even checking them out though. I haven't checked out the other two at all.
One of the biggest party cities in the country. I sent y'all the clip.
Yeah.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Drake, one of Drake's extra homes.
Yeah.
They was in there playing that Iceman. Them people look so bored, bruh. The bars is sleepy. The beats ain't slapping. Man, y'all don't get it because y'all don't be getting with the chicks. Well, I don't get with the chicks. I'm a married man. I'm happy. But I used to get with the chicks. Right. And guess what? The chicks in these videos, they weren't having a good time. Look, man, this shit
that ain't how our chicks looked when we was
man.
We was getting chicks.
It just I think people, myself included, I wanted a good Drake album. It's summertime. We need a good Drake album. We need a great slapper. I don't think we have a slapper song for the summer. And Drake normally provides that. I don't think he has that. And the proof is in the pudding from the people's reaction that are outside, that are in the club. Yeah, you got a good song out there with the F Janice joint, Too Hard for the Radio. Those are good songs, but they're not slappers. They're not slappers. There's a difference between a good song and a slapper. And this whole let's revisit it in 2 months thing, no. You know a slapper when you hear it, bro. You didn't have to wait 2 months to know like first person shooter was a slapper. The first time you heard it, this shit is amazing. Like this is simple. It's simple, man. Like people try to make this shit way more complicated than it actually is, man. A slapper is a slapper from day one. It doesn't have to grow on you. No, it have to grow on you. The B-side songs or the songs that are very introspective that you don't feel like listening to at that moment. Like, oh man, that shit grew on me after I listened to it a couple of times. No, a slapper is a slapper. You ain't got no slappers, bro. Here's what it is.
So you haven't wavered at all. It sounds like you feel the same way off first listen through the first week.
Come on, man. I re-listen to some songs on Iceman. The other shits I'm not listening to. Some of the other joints on the joints that I liked on Iceman, I listen to again. They're good songs. And that's the biggest thing about it. If you say something's good and you don't say it's great, you're a hater. You don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I do what I'm going to talk about because a slapper is a slapper from day one. Nigga ain't got no slappers on this album. Here's what it is, bro.
Oh, for 43.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Oh, for 43.
With slappers, he's got 7 good songs off of a 43 album run. 7 good ones. Now, if you would have just released Iceman, hey man, we having a totally different conversation. But you decided to release all these albums, and then the talking heads have said, "Well, he did that so he can get out of his contract. He's just smarter than you." Okay, he probably is smarter than me. Well, guess what? I'm just listening to music. You put out 2 dog shit projects, 1 okay one, and 2 dog shit projects.
I think we got the title. I think we got the title for the episode.
No slappers.
What's up, moms?
No slappers. Damn. Well, he did. Iceman sold 460,000 units, man. That's something to be proud of. I think the highest release this year. Habibti sold 114,000, and then Maid of Honor 109. So a total of 683 albums sold first week for the boy.
Respect.
Not bad. We got some Spotify news, man. Spotify and UMG announced that they are doing a licensing deal, basically allowing fans to create AI covers and remixes of songs from some of their artists from signed to UMG. So we don't have a launch date just yet. How do y'all feel about the big wigs allowing AI covers?
But it's their artist that's doing the covering, right? We ain't like we don't like we can go do a song with the three of us and put us on there, and it'd be our voices. And like I thought it was their artist. This is
the way it was explained to me is it's like new karaoke. That's the way it was explained to me.
Okay.
I guess I would have to see it in execution before having a real point of view and everything like that. So I just don't know. It seems like obviously these companies are leaning into AI, and I mean we can just be waving the flag of how bad AI is and blah 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 blah. But it's here, not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger and more popular, and so we're going to just have to deal with it basically.
Please believe if I can make us Boys to Men, the 3-man group, one of y'all niggas gonna be Wanye for sure.
And we talked about record sales, man. Let's talk about ringtone raps, man. Back in what 2005 to maybe 2013, man. You had the ringtone popping. Do y'all remember some of y'all ringtones? I know y'all had Lollipop. Y'all joints
for sure.
I did not. I was too cheap to pay for it. I was way too cheap to pay for ringtones. I appreciate the ringtone era and just that era in music in general, because we talk about these numbers that Drake has is doing with the new 3 albums and everything like that. The album sales that Soulja and 50 and Wayne was doing with the ringtones as well as the album, those are real. Like these numbers nowadays, not just Drake, but just like all guys that are making music now, like it's so hard to know what's real and what's not. But with those guys back in the day or whatever, you had to go to your Best Buys, your Sam Goodies, your local stores, have your $20 in your hand and say, give me that new Lil Wayne. They take you $20, you get CD in your hand. It's tangible goods exchanging. Now, obviously, you pay your subscription for Spotify or Apple Music or whatever streaming platform you use. You spend your $100 a year. You stream. It's great. I love it. It allows me to bounce around and test out new music and everything like that. I love it. But like that is an actual tangible number that you can come up with, and also tangible money going into the artist's pockets as well. So it's just a whole different game, man.
For me, that was the first computer I ever fucked up. Was downloading ringtones. It got to a point where every song you ever wanted or ever could think of, you could find a snippet or make a snippet, or somebody had made a snippet, and there was this thing called Napster and LimeWire that was
LimeWire, baby,
out there, and
for sure.
I had a few.
Shout out to my brother Peanut. We destroyed his computer as well.
I had a few hot summers where like I had my first real like phone. You know how kids right now get lost in their phone and really just be like in it. Like that was my first time I really felt myself every night. Like, what my ringtone's gonna be for tomorrow? And I had so many to choose from, but that led down a path of destructing the whole computer doing illegal downloading. So,
Lollipop was the top ringtone being sold of all time, 5 million sales. Soulja Boy would crank that. Soulja Boy Kiss Me Through the Phone. Yeah,
top 3.
Cent in the Club, 50 Cent Candy Shop.
I had the top 3 for sure. Kiss Me Through the Phone was for that, that show that you met at the Fly City Music Festival or something, some city event that you didn't know.
Sure T-Pain had a few joints.
Oh yeah.
I was not only doing the ringtones, but I was also doing the ring back tones. So when you called me, you would hear music playing. Like I was doing that too.
Yeah.
What a time, man. What a time.
What a time.
Good old days.
What else we got though, man? Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
She is going to be making a Betty Boop movie. I'm not real familiar with Betty Boop. I know what the character is, but I never really like seen what the character does or the show or what does this even look like, man? What's your thoughts on Quinta Brunson revising Betty Boop?
Love it, because the people is trying to say Betty Boop is now woke because obviously the character that they see is white.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously Quinta Brunson is a black woman. But if people actually knew, and I know this because my grandmother's name is Betty, my mom always told me and my brother that, hey, the original Betty Boop is a black woman. So the person that Betty Boop is based off of is a black woman. So the fact that we're going to be getting a black woman to play this role now is amazing.
Yeah. And she's so dope for this. Like I just watched, it was old, but I watched an old clip of her, Danny Glover, I think Jay Balvin was on The Shop. This is years ago. But they were just talking about her Abbott Elementary and how genius it was and how jealous Danny Glover was and all that shit. But I just think she's perfect. She's the perfect person to bring this character back. So I think she's gonna crush it. Another one that she's gonna be remembered for. So
dope.
Let's
talk about raising Kanan, man. A show that I will not be remembering. Y'all clapping it up? Is y'all caught up? Okay. So
you only one didn't watch last season. We ready for this season.
Dang.
Yeah. Fifth and final season. Let's get it popping.
So June 12th, the final season of Raising Kanan. How do y'all feel about the show, man? It's wrapping it up.
Yeah,
y'all happy with how it's coming along?
See, when you
100%.
left, Kanan was still a little timid in his ways. He was still trying to figure out where he wanted to be in this here game. This final season, you're gonna see Kanan in all his glory. He gonna be showing the man that he has become because they would not end it no other way. So I think we're gonna get a lot from Kanan. We're gonna get a lot from Junebug. I think Monet's gonna crush it. I think it's all around gonna be good. I think it's really gonna be the season.
You mixing up all your power shows.
Monet
Mary J. Blige.
You know who I meant though.
Right,
Monet Tejada.
Yeah, the mama. So I'm excited.
You got a hit on your hands. You get a whole bunch of characters in your
right. It don't even matter. Just
it's
bring
like
Tommy too. Bring Tommy too. But nah. I do think that this show is gonna be dope. It's one of my favorite ones, and it's the one that I will watch. So.
Yeah,
see, I don't remember why I stopped watching. I don't remember why I stopped watching it, man. I might pick it back up. I think I missed out on 2 seasons. I would have to catch up on.
Yeah, man, we got to get back on our shit, man. Wasn't nothing like doing our Snowfall recaps, man. That was probably like the last show all 3 of us was locked in on every single week talking about it, man. We got to find a show that we can all watch together.
Yeah. Since Killer ain't watching Euphoria and all of its weirdness, Euphoria has been a little odd this season.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Last one I have, man. We gotta give a shout out to the Breakfast Club. They will become Netflix's first live daily show. Nice. So just recently, man, we talked about them landing a deal with Netflix. All of their shows basically are getting removed from YouTube and moving over to Netflix for their catalog. Now they will be broadcasting live every morning, man. Kev, you're in radio. How you feel about the big move?
This is great for radio. It proves that radio isn't going anywhere. They're taking a radio show and putting it on their platform. So that just proves that like it's really truly about the content that you produce. Because like I say all the time, man, music is music. You can listen to music whenever, however you want. It's not 1995 where like you just have to listen to the radio and wait for your favorite song to come on. You want to hear your favorite song? Grab your phone. And guess what? If you don't have a streaming platform that you're paying for, you can just simply listen to it on YouTube for free 99. So it's not necessarily about the music. It's about the content. It's about the personalities. It's about, you know what I'm saying, the people that you're investing in, that you care about their opinion. Or then on another side, where you can't stand a person so much, but their show is so entertaining, you still listen. So they're giving you that, and now you'll be able to watch it on YouTube, not YouTube, but you'll be able to watch it on Netflix. It just proves that radio is still still the strongest and most listened to platforms out there. Everybody does not listen or watch TV, but everybody does at one point or another listen to the radio, especially in the car.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure, man. Shout out to the Breakfast Club though, because I was avid listener for sure. And then when Angela Yee left, I was unsure where they were gonna go, man. I thought she was the glue really to hold it all together, but they found a new life with Jess Hilarious and Lauren LaRosa, or I think her name Lauren LaRosa, man. They've been killing it.
Yeah. I really like the show. I wasn't sure about how the show was gonna go, and it also like obviously like Charlamagne is like kind of like the face and the person that people recognize the most, but like DJ Envy is like literally the captain and keeps things flowing. Especially like when you have a person like Charlamagne, then you literally have a comedian on the show. Like you have to have somebody to drive the show to make sure we get in and out of transitions, get in and out to breaks on time, and then also bring your own personality to the table, man. So I think this new iteration of the show is at its peak because it's showing everybody's skill set. It's really showing everybody's skill set.
Hell yeah.
For sure. That's it for entertainment.
All right, man. Just one quick, two quick hitters. You're retired from the video game. Dizzle, I'm retired. We on a little summer break. Cats is still getting it in. Shouts out to everybody out there still banging out on the sticks. I checked out a couple games, see what's going on. No, they in the playoffs right now. Not sure how long they gonna keep it going, but shouts out to the fellas that's still on the game. Only one quick hitter, man. Hooters CEO Neil Kiefer says they want to bring the family-friendly atmosphere back to Hooters. Their original roots were a beach-themed neighborhood spot that families and couples could go to on a regular basis. That is what he told People's Magazine. I had no idea that Hooters was anything less than being about Hooters. I never knew that. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I had no idea.
That's where you went. I thought Hooters started failing as a company because they stopped hiring Hooters. They started being like equal opportunists in who they hired, and it wasn't just Hooters no more. So,
and then you got competition now with Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is one of them ones that's basically the same style.
Yeah. You always will see that little like 12-year-old in there for the first time, like getting a real good stare, getting a long look, and then laughing it up with dad when the waitress walk away. Like those were the Hooter days I remember. And then I went there for like a fantasy football draft one year, and it was like a whole bunch of like Cheers looking people in there, and I was like, this ain't what I need to see in Hooters. Like, why are these people so old serving us? Like, what is happening?
Nigga said Cheers.
It was bad.
They do got some good wings though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the lemon pepper all flats, they all right. And they
I used to get the fried pickles.
Chicken dip.
Appetizers and the wings used to hit, especially after a long golf day. That was our little spot forever.
Well, no more Hooters at Hooters, I guess, man. Yeah. That's it, man. That's all I got, man. Only one quick hitter before we slid up out of here on this great Sunday. Gonna be 75 degrees today. Make sure y'all get out there and enjoy some good weather. Go touch the grass, as they say.
Yeah.
You Can't Make This Up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
We out till next week.
Peace.